boys. It's Mark Yates and Barnet home tomorrow. Mark, how difficult a week has this been?
Believe it or not, it's not been a difficult week at all. We were disappointing. We had 10 men. Some of the players, I felt on the night, used that as an excuse to not to go and work as hard as we should have done to possibly get a result. But we move on. We had to move on quickly, and it's only right we do that. The players have worked hard at trying to rectify what's not been quite happening for us, trying to put that right, and I've got full faith in their ability to do that. You know, we've got 6 games left. We're not going to start beating each other up and start losing faith with what we're trying to do. Just keeping them ready, keeping them focused, keeping them just taking the pressure off them. You know, making sure we know what we're doing, but not overburdening them with stuff. You know, with 3 points above the team below us, I think we'd have all settled for that. And that's the story. That's the way we've approached it. You know, there's no point beating ourselves up and falling out with each other. We're in a great position. Let's go and make something of the season.
No Cedo or Marlon for Barnet. I suppose this is why you've got a squad.
Exactly. Yep.
And Marlon's absence, you've had that 3 in midfield for so long. Could that mean a change of shape? I suppose you've got options. You could go 4-4-2. You could go to the diamond.
Yeah, we could do anything. We've got lots of players desperate to play. We know where we're going. We know what we want to do. I've seen Barnet a couple of times. You know, it's about my players. Just forget formations. Just going out and working hard, passing the ball like we do, working without the ball, creating chances, and we just need a little bit of luck with that first goal. Once going off someone's backside, a little deflection for us, but we've got to earn that right, earn that little bit of luck, and that's what tomorrow will be about.
How's Jack Butland been this week? He always seems such a level-headed character.
Yeah, he's fine. He was disappointed. He's back after the game. His back has been playing him up a little bit. He felt that, but listen, he's not making excuses. He's big enough to hold his hands up. He knows he possibly could have done better, but he's a young kid. He's 19. He's quality. He's going to be a top-class keeper, and I have no doubts about him at all.
Barnet, I suppose it's an opportunity to, new month, get some back on the winning roll.
Of course it is, but no one's going to make it easy for us. You know, I saw him Tuesday. Somebody saw him for me on Friday, and they should have beaten Torquay. They gave Swindon a decent enough game. Swindon were ruthless with the chances, but Barnet had lots of chances. Some decent players. We know that they've come here and won already this season. So we're not, you know, we ain't going to take them lightly. We're not going to say, right, we've got rid of the playing all the top sides. We've now got a run of games where we can win. Every game is tough, and every game brings its own problems. We've got to deal with them. We've got to make sure we're better than them, and we've got to make sure that we score some goals and keep a clean sheet.
And will the fact that you've played them twice already this season, will that help the players not underestimate them? Yeah,
in that respect, yeah, definitely. Like I said, you know, they came here and got a result against us in the JPT. Proved difficult opponents. You know, they wouldn't. You know, we went got a goal up and then another goal up. You know, once they'd equalised down at Underhill, and they kept coming back at us. So we know what they're about. They've got the top scorer in the league. They've got many other threats, decent players who always seem to play well against us. So, you know, we won't underestimate them.
Can the new month trigger a sort of a change of the mental state?
Yeah, like, you know, metaphorically speaking, of course it can, you know, but we're not. It's nothing to do with the month. It's nothing to do with it. But hopefully, you know, April brings us a little bit more than we had in March.
Injuries? How's the squad?
We're fine. 2 suspensions, which is something to say you've got to deal with. Injury-wise, I think we're okay. We're all out here training today, and they're all looking forward to tomorrow and putting a few things right.
Am I right in thinking today's the day when the scholars find out if they're being offered anything? I mean, an important day for them as well.
Yeah, it's that time of year, and yeah, they find out later.
Presumably we'll find out as well later. Theo Lewis and Danny Andrew, what's the situation with their loans?
Theo's going to extend it at Gloucester. He's got a little injury at the moment, but he's going to extend it with I can call him back at any time now within that second month. He's enjoyed playing games, and like I say, if I need him back, then I'll get him back straight away. But he won't be available this weekend for Gloucester. I don't think. He's got an ankle knock, and Danny, I've got to speak to Danny this afternoon and see what he wants to do.
Thank you. Good luck.
Mark, you've been in a similar position to this at Cheltenham Town, fighting for the playoffs towards the end of the season, and something I think you've just missed out.
Yeah, well, we've never
stage.
been in them as much as we have, John, this year. So it's a different proposition. We were always playing catch up. This year we're not. We've got a slight lead over a few teams, perhaps, and we've got better players. We've got a better squad. And listen, we can go in it full of confidence. Obviously not with the run we've been on, but with the way we've played this season, performances levels even over the last month, bar Gillingham, have been pleasing enough. We just haven't been ruthless enough in both boxes. Mistakes have crept into our games from individual players that haven't happened before. That haven't been happening, or if they have, we've managed to negate and make sure they haven't affected it. But we've just got to get back to winning ways as quickly as we can, and like I say, no one's going to make it easy. We've got 2 tough games over the next 3 days, and we've got to be full of confidence, and we've got to be looking forward to it. We can't fear it. We can't worry about what's gone on. 6 games to go. Let's get in the playoffs.
Yeah, the chairman's been speaking about how quickly expectations go up when you have a successful period like you had. And he said, whatever happens now, it's going to be look back on a good season. But obviously now you're in this position, you don't want to end up just missing out. Do you?
Of course we don't, and that's our aim. We can talk about it till the cows come home, but it's about now 6 games, 90 minutes where we go out and get back to one winning ways and get back to giving the boys a bit of a lift. One result will just spark the boys off, and that's the aim tomorrow.
Yeah, 10 years ago since you lifted the trophy at Cardiff. How good would that be to do it at Wembley? Obviously you wouldn't be lifting it.
Yeah, of course, but that'll be that's a way off. We've got to just concentrate on tomorrow. That's the long-term aim. Right now it's focusing on stopping Summers kicking balls around and just try and get 3 points as quickly as we can.
Yeah, as Jack's back, not going to keep him out.
No.
Not any risk of keeping him out.
No, leave the balls. Yeah.
Okay. I know you don't want to give any team details, but have you considered?
Jack's fine. Jack will be fine. No problem.
Yeah. Have you considered giving him taking him out the firing line for a game, or no? You're going to stick him back in there. I think that's the best thing for him at the moment. Yeah. Cheers, Mark.